Hey, so this is my tutorial for how to make Hobbit feet. My first time trying this out, and my test pair came out pretty cool so far, so here we are. These are the tools that I use. Got some old funky old shoes. I have some junk mail here. I don't need this, so we'll recycle, reuse. And I have this old bowl. That way I don't have to worry about making a mess. I could just throw this out. Glue, some flour, a paintbrush, and a butter knife to help make the shape. I don't know why I have the tape in case I need it. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to start off by making some paper mache. So then the next step is to get some of these all crumbled up. You see I have my old mail, junk mail right here. And the thing about that, you gotta make sure there's no staples. And like with this one, you want to make sure you get that little plastic window out. It's easier when you wet it a little bit, a little faster. Get that out. You see? And you throw out the stuff that's not paper. Just like that. Okay, so now we have more paper mache, right? It's all mushed in there. All my junk mail. Now I'm going to add glue. I don't know a recipe for this stuff. You know, I've never really done this successfully before other than my first trial. But it seemed to work out pretty good the first time. I had a bunch of glue, mix it up. Oh, this is good for your manicure. I'm telling you, you'll have the most beautiful manicured fingers after this. Anyway, mush it up, right? I might want to put more, but I also added some of this flour. I don't know, this is some unbleached, pre-sifted, enriched all-purpose. I don't know if it matters, but this is what I had in my cupboard for the longest, so I'm not eating it anyway. So let's see. This is trial and error kind of, so add some until it feels kind of gooey. Ooh, doesn't this feel nice? What a gooey mess. Okay, so now we'll leave it at that until the next step. I'm gonna mix it up. Alright, so I mixed it up real good, added a little more glue, and now it's time to build the foot. We'll put one shoe away for now. We have this, wax paper under the shoe because, you don't put your shoes on the counter. That's gross. And, not only that, it'll help to move the foot later so you could dry it later. So what I did, I pretty much just started plopping this stuff on and building a foot. Oh, I forgot one thing. Hold on. Okay, so we're also going to have to shove some paper towels in there, right? I'll have to pause it again because I only have my two hands. Alright, so I shoved it all in there so it'll have the same shape because this stuff is heavy when it's wet. But when it dries, it'll be just fine. So I'll plop it on there, start building the shape of my foot. And this is going to be a big old hobbit foot. Gotta make sure I get it right. You see? Do I want club feet? Do I want pigeon toes? Do I want corns and bunions? I don't know. We'll see. So this is the basic shape so far. And with my butter knife, I'll start to, build the toes. You see, little by little, this takes time to sculpt it out, you know. You want to make the little toesies have their own little space. You don't want just a big old block, right? And that everyone knows that little funky toe right here. I don't have any corns or bunions on my feet, but you know, those hobbits, they walk barefoot all day, so they might have a little funky. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. I'm missing a toe. You know, gotta pay attention. So this is how it goes, the process. And if you miss a little bit there, you know, you gotta build the knuckles, start to make it look like feet. Some people have a long second toe, some people have a long third toe. You know, I've seen it. It's true. I've seen it. I've seen some extra knuckles. I don't know. But that's how it starts. Build it out. So you build up the knuckles and you try to get it smoothed out a little bit. This is the tricky part. You know, you don't want it to be too lumpy. So you smooth it out. It gets easier. You could do a little more as it dries, or, you know, use paper towel, get some of that excess water out if it's too runny. I think maybe mine might be a little too runny, but we'll fix that, you see? You adjust as you go. And you smooth it out. Make sure there's no big old craters or spaces that don't belong there. Right? Get the point, and then the little pinky toe. And then see how that works. I like it mushy because it's easier to smooth out, and then, you know, you dry as you go. I might want to add more here and there, make the shape look more like a real ugly big old foot, right? Just like that. See how it's coming along, right? Big old foot. So then I made a little wash from the liquid from the mush and mixed it with some glue. I shaped it out pretty good, and I gave it a nice brush and helped mold it out a little better. Smooth it out. So that's the last step before you let it dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just like that, it's all smoothed out. You know, it's Hobbit feet, so they're not supposed to be too pretty anyway. But this concludes step 1 of making Hobbit feet. If you know, it helps to get all the excess fluids out of the way. And then you put it in front of the fan or outside if you're in hot, dry weather. And you wait until it dries. There you go. Big old ugly foot.